Examples in activity 1, page 47. Lesson, solving quadratic equation by using quadratic formula. Activity 1, you are going to simplify the following expression. When we say simplify, you are going to do the operations, the indicated operation in the expression. Example, 5 plus the square root of 25 plus 75 divided by 2 times 4. So, pag may nakita kayong parenthesis, tas magkatabi sila, that indicates multiplication. First, simplify nyo muna yung nasa radical sign. Yung 25 plus 75 is, 25 plus 75 is 100. Divided by 2 times 4 is 8. The next, 5 plus, get the square root of 100. The square root of 100 is 10. Divided by 8. And then, add 5 plus 10. 5 plus 10 is 15. Divided by 8. So, 15 divided by 8. Pag may lowest term pa siya, i-lowest term ninyo. Pag wala na, yan na yung sagot. So, since wala na siyang lowest term, this is the answer. Okay, next example. Negative 6 minus the square root of 36 minus 20 divided by 2 times 1. So, we have negative 6 minus, again, do the operation in the radical sign muna. 36 minus 20 is 16. Divided by 2 times 1 is 2. And then next, negative 6 minus, get the square root of 16. Square root of 16 is 4. Divided by 2. Okay. Dito sa taas, gagamitin nyo yung rules ng sign, yung copy, change. So, we're going to copy negative 6, then we change the operation, the subtraction into addition, and then we change the sign of positive 4 into negative 4. And then, divided by 2. So, pag nag-add kayo ng same sign, ibig sabihin, i-add nyo siya. 6 plus 4 is 10. And then, follow their sign. Kung negative silang pareho, then the sign is negative. So, the answer is negative 10 divided by 2. And then, you divide. 10 divided by 2 is 5. And, di ba, sa rules of sign, kapag division and multiplication, pag nag-divide kayo ng different sign, the answer is negative. So, ang sagot natin dito is negative 5. Next examples in activity 2, follow the standards, page 48. So, in this activity, number 2, you're going to write the following quadratic equation in standard form. Standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So, this is the standard form. After na-rewrite yung expression into standard form, you're going to identify the values of A, B, and C. So, first example, we have 2x plus 3x squared equals 6. So, we're going to arrange it into standard form. First na isusulat natin is the quadratic term, which is yung meron siyang exponent na 2. So, susulat natin siya, 3x squared. Since it is addition, then positive siya. And then next, yung linear term, yung merong kasamang variable na x, pero ang exponent niya ay 1 lamang. Plus 2x. And then, yung 6 ay nasa other side. And the sign of 6 is positive. Pag magta-transpose tayo, ililipat natin sa kabila, mag-change ng sign. Yung positive sign, magiging negative sign. So, magiging negative 6 is equal to 0 na. Wala na po kasing natira sa kabila, kaya 0 na siya. After nyong ma-arrange into standard form, i-identify nyo na yung value ng A. A is yung numerical coefficient na kasama nung quadratic term, yung x squared. Yung kasama niya lang, yung numerical coefficient, which is positive 3. And then, yung B naman, yung kasama ng x, yung numerical niya lang. B is positive 2. And C is the constant term. Yung constant term, wala siyang variable na kasama. And it is include the sign, which is, kung minus, then it is negative 6. So, dito, ang value ng A is positive 3. Value ng B is positive 2. Value ng C is negative 6. Okay, next example, kapag nakasulat naman yung expression ng 3x, quantity x, minus 3 is equal to 5, pag ganyan siya, we are going to rewrite it into standard form. Ang gagawin natin is to use the distributive property of multiplication. Yung nasa labas, imumultiply natin sa loob ng parenthesis, sa lahat ng nasa loob ng parenthesis. So, 3x times x is 3x squared. 3x times negative 3 is negative 9x is equal to 5. So, pag ganyan na siya, pwede na natin siyang i-rewrite into standard form. So, we have 3x squared minus 9x. Again, ililipat natin yung positive 5 dito sa kabila or transpose. Pag nag-transpose, mag-change ng sign. Yung positive, magiging negative. Kaya negative 5 is equal to 0. Then, pwede na natin i-identify yung value ng A. A is 3. B is equal to, ito po siya, pati yung operation, which is negative 9. And then, C is the constant term, yung walang kasamang variable. Kasama pa din yung kanyang operation, which is negative or minus, kaya naging negative 5. So, yan po. Another example naman, kapag ganito yung form niya, or yung expression niya, x plus 4 times x plus 4 is equal to 0. So, dito, gagamitin nyo yung FOIL method. So, we're going to use the FOIL method. F stands for first, O, outer, I, inner, and L, last term. So, ito, first term, x times x squared. Outer, x times 4 is positive 4x. And then inner, 4 times x is positive 4x. Then outer, 4 times 4 is positive 16 is equal to 0. Then combined like terms. X squared, since pare silang positive, so mag-a-add sila. And it will become positive 4 plus 4 is 8. Then copy the variable which is x plus 16 is equal to 0. Since naka-standard form na siya, next nang gagawin is to identify the value of a. Value of a, yung kasama nung x squared, ang kasama niyan ay 1. Pag wala kayong nakikita dyan, 1 po yun. Kasi pag 0 yan, 0 times x squared, ang sagot doon ay 0. So, pag 1 yan, 1 times x squared, the answer is x squared. Kaya, ang value ng a is positive 1. Value of b is positive 8, and value of c is positive 16. So, bakit natin diniscuss yung activity 1, which is simplifying expressions, and activity 2, which is yung rewrite the following expression into standard form and identify the value of a, b, and c. It is something to do or meron siyang connection sa ating lesson, which is yung solving quadratic equation by using quadratic formula. Magagamit natin itong activity 1 and activity 2 sa next activity natin, which is the formula effective quadratic formula. So, this is the quadratic formula. X is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Examples for activity 5 is the formula effective. Page 52. Okay, first example natin, we have x squared plus 8x plus 7 is equal to 0. So, we're going to solve for quadratic equation, itong quadratic equation na to. Pag sinabi po nating solve, hanapin po natin yung value ng x, yung solution set niya. So, pag quadratic equation, meron po tayong two solution sets. So, dalawang x sub 1 and x sub 2. So, using the quadratic formula, mahanap po natin yung ating solution set. So, x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. First, identify muna natin yung value ng a, which is 1. Yung kasama ng x squared, pag wala, sabi ko, diba 1 yun. B is positive 8, and C is positive 7. So, yung ginawa natin sa first activity natin, which is simplifying the expression, yun na po yung gagawin natin dito. Just simply substitute the values of A, B, and C dito sa may quadratic formula. X is equal to negative. The value of B is 8 plus or minus the square root of the value of B again is 8 square minus 4. The value of A is 1 and the value of C is 7. Divided by 2 times the value of A again is 1. And then do the operations. Solve natin yan. Isi-simplify natin yan. X is equal to negative 8 plus or minus the square root of, gagawin po muna natin yung operation sa loob ng radical sign. So, dito po sa 8 squared, pag sinabi po natin 8 square, that is 8 times 8. Hindi po yan 8 times 2. 8 times 8 is 64. Minus, i-multiply po natin yung tatlong numbers na yan. 4 times 1 is 4 times 7 is 28. Divided by 2 times 1 is 2. Then, x is equal to negative 8, positive, negative, square root of, i-subtract na po natin itong 64 sa 28. 64 minus 28 is 36 divided by 2. And then, x is equal to negative 8 plus or minus, kukunin po natin yung square root ng 36, which is 6 divided by 2. And then, isi-separate na po natin yung ating x sub 1, which is negative 8. Nakikita niyo po ba yung plus or minus? Dalawa po yan. Kaya, magkakaroon po tayo ng plus dito, or positive dyan. Positive 6 divided by 2. Dito naman sa kabila, x sub 2 is equal to negative 8. Kopyahin pa din po natin yung negative 8, then negative or minus 6 divided by 2. And then do the operation. X sub 1 is equal to negative 8 plus 6. Pag magkaiba po sila ng sign, magma-minus. 8 minus 6 is 2. And then follow nyo yung sign ng mas malaking number. So, 8, ang sign niya is negative, kaya negative 2 divided by 2. X sub 1 now is equal to 2 divided by 2 is 1. Pag nag-divide ng different sign, ang sagot ay negative. So, yung x sub 1 natin is negative 1. Dito naman tayo sa x sub 2. So, we have x sub 2 is equal to negative 8 minus 6. Pareho sila. Mag-a-add. 8 plus 6 is 14. Follow nyo yung sign nila, which is negative. Divided by 2. X sub 2 is equal to 14 divided by 2 is 7. Then, negative. Kasi magkaiba ng sign pag nag-divide, ang sagot ay negative. So, our solution sets are negative 1 and negative 7.